Today on A Commonly Good MTG, we're playing Rat Revenge, which is a rat tribal deck featuring at least one new card from Foundation set. Ooh, and it's called Revenge of the Rats. You know, that is where we are getting that revenge word from. If this sounds interesting to you, then stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I'm your host. Make sure to check out my more artistic videos over at onlyfans.com. Dr. You Can't Suck It. Yes, thank you. Film before a live studio audience. Thank you so much. You can't suck it. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to a deck I found over on the Aether Hub for the third day in a row from whoguess. This one's called Dimir Rat's Revenge. Yeah, so the deal is today is the premiere date for Foundations. We get to play it for the first time, which is also kind of weird because the cards feel old. It's like a core set where we're digging out cards from the olden days, and that's cool. You know, it's nice to see it. Except for it feels like if you got a bunch of the old cards, you got a bunch of the old cards. The interesting thing then is that means a lot less cards you have to pick up, except for the fact with Arena, you just kind of get what you get. And so therefore, you can play with a lot of things earlier on, but you got a lot of wasted cards the more you go through it. Well, that was really going off on a tangent there. But anyways, and so I wanted to play with some rat deck. I was looking around for something, and I found something that had both Foundation cards in it and was a rat tribal deck. Just happened to be done by whoguess. So whoguess's deck is the one we're playing today, and I can tell you I played it a few times already. It is top shelf. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the cards in this deck. We'll talk a little bit about how it works, and then we're going to go out and we're going to crush some hopes and dreams. What do we got? We got creature kill. Creature kill, sorta. It's like low-end creature kill, right? This has got really low-end creature kill, but helps you self-mill yourself. And is a rat. It's a rat. Squeak, squeak. This guy is really cool. I'm surprised we haven't seen him being played yet at all. Because he's from Bloomborough. Yeah, he was completely new to me. What does he do? He turns a creature, artifact, or planeswalker, loses all its abilities, and if it's until my next turn, and if it's a creature, it becomes a power base and toughness of 2/2. And that just really tears things down. This guy can't be blocked and helps you draw cards. That's creature kill. This guy gets pumped for the number of rats that you control. And if you got a bunch of cards, cards in your graveyard, when you attack with one or more rats, you could pay to have him come back out, tapped and attacking. So he's a self-recursive super rat. Lord Skitter puts out rat babies and helps to rip apart graveyards. This does poison counters. Wow, poison, where did that come from? But anyways, and forces them to sacrifice a creature or a planeswalker. This guy gives all your rats poison. There you go. That's how it happens. They all get toxic. And he helps you to pull tons of rats out of the top 5 cards of your library. And that's pretty much it. Let's see, Revenge of the Rats. This is the coolest new card. For 4, you get to create 1/1 black rat creatures for each creature card in your graveyard. So if you got a bunch in your graveyard, you can put out 4, 5, 6 rats, and then a flashback for the exact same cost again to get even more out on the next turn or in the same turn if you happen to have 8 mana. And Vren, who's got Ward 2, whenever an opponent controls will die, you exile it. At the beginning of each end step, create X 1/1 black rat tokens, where X is the number of creatures which were exiled under your opponent's control. And the creature gets +1/+1 for each rat you control. So they're beefy super rats are what they are. Yeah, so there you go. We got Cavern of Souls. You pick rats. We got some man lands. We got some other semi-fast dual lands in here and regular stuff. This helps you go get rats out of your graveyard back to your hand. I mean, it's all great. It's a perfect rat deck. All right, so what do we do with this deck? We're going to just be plowing dudes out early, coming at them hardcore, using the removal where we can, just grinding them down, hopefully getting Vren out, killing some of his dudes, getting out some super rats, revenge of the ratting for a giant onslaught of super attackiness. And that's it. That's it. It's easy, it's wonderful, and it's rats. All right, so before we go out and do our damage, let's do as we do every night. Let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Hands together. Dear Black Queen Toxwell, Sholdred, sorry, my lord. Black Queen Sholdred, who dwells within the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentations of the women. All right, up against J Stone 8390. Turn off the needle nose. Self-mill a little bit. Don't be mana. Yeah, 1 mana. Hate that. We need to get some... Oh, I'd love to have kept both of those. Let's see what this guy does. You want to block it? It's just trading off. There you go. One way or the other, I was going to kill that guy. I'd rather him be in the graveyard, my friend. There we go. Lord Skitter. Let's go touch a weird rabbit in the face. You're just laying it down now, aren't you? Oh, no. Hate it when I do that. Seems to happen a lot. I'm trying to build rats into the graveyard, not my lands. He's not going to give it up for that. And the Beastbinder can take Mondrock and turn it into a jerk. Into a little Chumposaurus Rex. The Beastbinders you gotta watch out for. You picked the wrong one, buddy. Still no rats in my graveyard. Indestructible. All right, no blocks. We're just gonna let it happen. I got 29. What does that require? He's got big plans there. All right, pinning it down. I'm not sure. The question is, will this turn it into a... Get rid of its indestructible if he indestructibles it. I'm fairly certain he can't activate his abilities. All right. Or should I jump on both of them? Get rid of that guy while I have the opportunity. I should. Ooh, okay. I was gonna say, why did you pick those? That's all fine. All right, these guys can wait. Let's just send in the crowd. Hold you back. There we go. All right, we're loaded up with a bunch of guys that will die if they get touched. But man, this guy is hefty. He's in an inverted triangle. He's scared to send his guys in. All right, nice. Now, should I bother to turn anybody into something else? I think the answer is no. Let's just distract them. Well, I didn't have the mana for that. Cool. Thanks a lot, man. All right, so Vraska's Fall is just going to take out the Weebelows there. I'm still taking those poisons. That's not great. All right, what are we going to do here? Bunch of rats or just wait a little bit? I got 4. Vraska's Fall isn't going to help us. Can't pay for it. I could do that as an instant. All right, we'll see what he does. He'll pick one of the little guys. And then if he attacks with it, then not that big of a deal. We can kill off the other one. Still, we only got 3. We get 6 out of that, so we just have to do it over 2 turns. All right, this has now gotten wildly out of control. Let's just pin this guy down. All right, we got 2 6s rolling in. That's awesome. Of course, they could be killed by anybody. He's giving that one up. Nice. Can't block with the 1/1s. Down to 2. It only take us 2 turns with unblockable, dude. Oh, we gotta wait for that crap. All right, we'll super rat up, put out this guy. We gotta pop this. You could double up on him. That's not great. Maybe I should. We're doing all right. I mean, we just gotta let it go. He's letting it happen. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Except, is he an artifact or something? He's a god. All right, so he's got to kill that duo. So we stop gaining life. All right, we're up to what, 6 poison? Not good. Let's take it in. Yeah, auto pay. There we go. Delicious. Ha ha ha! Suck it! All right, we're playing against System 700. System 700. Keep. What are we coming out with here? All right, that's fine. Okay, we'll put up Big Butt first. Except he's going to try to kill it. All right, I'll put out the looter. Darkslick Shores, get out the looter. That's it. Let's get to pick. Ooh, I got another one. Nice. What am I discarding here? I want to keep Revenge of the Rats. Let's put another rat in the graveyard then. I'll get rid of this guy. I get Vraska on this turn. It's an instant. The more rats in the graveyard, the better. Of course, it's only one. Yeah, I'm fine. I don't need that to land. We're cool. It's a shark, isn't it? Shark. Unfortunately, it's not going to work out too well. Let's just go ahead and start it up with a little bit of this. Oh, did that really exile it? AH sacrifices. What am I going to get rid of here? That's fine. How did that thing end up getting exiled then? Oh, that's how. Vren. We got a rat baby out of it. All right, there we go. I'm not used to playing with Vren. There's another thing. Rats. Yeah, Rat King is a big friend of mine. So we can get our guys poisoned big time. You don't like that guy? One, two, three. Let's just throw out some more rats, right? This guy's cool. Ah, There we go. That's some nice poisoning you're doing there. If you can kill off Karumonix, then the whole poison thing's pretty much at an end. Karumonix. That's a long name for a rat. What a jerk. I don't really need to get more things in my graveyard. I'm pretty cool at this point. And we win! Sucker, sucker, fish! Suck it! Alright, we're playing against Tartarus. Well, that is a lot of mana. All right, we'll give this guy a shot. Normally, this guy might be better to wait till later in the game to play when you got some stuff in the graveyard. Right now, he's just going to get shot. He's way too powerful for turn 2. This guy wants to see what I was going to play next and see who's going to kill. Yeah, of course. All right, guy, got the ability to kill something small. A lot like that. All we could do is kill some stuff again, but, you know, 20 turns from now, we'll have this guy dead. Nice. I don't need a lot of land. That's fine. Gotta get some stuff in the graveyard, huh? So we can keep all the cards we're dealing with here. Go! I touched it with the icky finger. Alright, let's just get rid of Gloomlake. Alright. Like having my handful of removal. Okay, we'll get rid of the land. That's fine. We're going to pull again. Nice. All right, we'll get rid of this guy. Sure. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, I love that Rat King. That guy is so space awesome. All right, you got more of that? I'm going to lay just one guy down so I got enough for the go for the throat. All right, enough of that. Victory! I are playing against the Horror. The Horror. It's hard for me to pronounce that. It sounds too much like I say it like it's the Horror. Keep. All right, what do we got? We got one control, and that's it. Let's just rat up. Start filling our graveyard. We'll put this guy out. If you put something out, then it'll help to pin it down. You don't like him. What's he from, anyway? He's from, yeah, whatever it is. The animal set. Just we never saw him until today. We got a guy in the graveyard. All right, so we got a bunch of control. Cool. Ooh, he couldn't do anything about that. He's not killing. He's touching my lands in icky ways, though. I'm surprised that's the guy he'd get rid of. Let's go get me some card draw. But that's still just pumping the poison out like crazy. I mean, all you have to do is kill the Rat King. I got Vraskas. You don't really know about it, do you? So Vraska's not going to do it. Everybody's slow. Ooh, okay, good job. And all in. Go get him. We just got to get him up to 8. And he's at 7. I just got to get one more rat bite through. And then the Vraskas can take care of it from there. I think this is lethal for us right here. Auto pay! Good game. And toxic. Victory! Alright, we're playing against Palma. 1002. Should we rat up? I think we should. Touch ourselves in the head. One rat in there. All right. All right, let's see what he chooses to do. I think he's just going to leave it open. Doesn't want to lose his mana elf. Really nice seeing a Llanowar elf again, though. Nothing to get rid of, so we're cool. Alright, you want to lose your Llanowar elf now? I'd do it if I were you. I'd chump the chump out of that thing. Nope, you want that mana badly. Yes, mill up. All right, so who's got to block the 9 at this point? This has got to go. Ooh, good for you. He's trying to play Gruul tricks on me. He's got more in his hopper here, though. Wow, we just turned on the toxic. See you later, suckerfish! Victory! Alright, so we are with Rat Revenge. I gotta say that, yeah, the reason why I selected this on Foundation Premiere Night was because I think just a couple days ago I was thinking, I haven't played in a long time. I haven't played Rats. We need to play Rats again. Rats, right? And so when I was thinking, okay, what are we going to pick? I ran across this one, Rats. So thank you, whoguess, for putting out a Rats deck. And you know what? This thing it felt completely different from any Rats deck I was playing before. Yeah, no, it was fantastic. A lot of the cards in here, I guess I just haven't played one in such a long time because there's stuff in here from Bloomborough, and yet I've never ran across it in a deck like this before. So it was super cool. I can't talk about how much I liked it too much, and I'm just going to say the same thing over and over again, apparently. All right, let's just get to it. Let's get to the rankings. Which card was the MVP, the most valuable player? That is rough. It's going to be Karumonix. I wasn't sure. I was just eyeballing. Once I got to Karumonix, this guy was the MVP. You know what's funny is I didn't particularly like this guy. He's okay. But the guy that I really like usually would be like Lord Skitter or something. But this guy giving all your guys Toxic 1, that's what makes this guy so fantastic, because it basically cuts an opponent's life in half. Even if they got life gain, stuff still coming with them. Mush it together with like the Shoreline Looter, who can't be blocked, and the Beastbinder. And so the unblockable guys mixed with Toxic, that is fantastic. Lastly, the fact that he's also like one of those recruiters who allows you to look at the top 5 cards and grab any number of rat guys and put them into your hand. This guy is by far the MVP for this deck. He's got a weird name for a rat, Karumonix. That seems like his name should be like Eek or something like that. But it's Karumonix. Cool. I didn't realize rats could pronounce that. But you are the MVP. They're going to love you in Disneyland. All right, let's get to it. Was this deck competitive? I ended up getting a 63% win rate. Yeah, I mean, I won a ton at first. Even when I started losing near the end of my playing, I played it 16 times. I started losing a little bit more at the end. It wasn't out of the ordinary. It kind of felt like I was still winning a bunch. 63% is roughly every 2 out of 3 games you win. And I can say for the first, I don't know, like 10 games, I think I was rolling in the 70s or something with this thing. So the problem was I played it a bunch before I recorded. And so I was winning like crazy at that time. It's just that things were way too noisy around here for me to record those games. All right, so yes, this was, in my opinion, a very competitive deck. I mean, is it ranked comparison? I don't know. But I would take it out there. I just didn't at this particular point. I think it's really good. I think it has a chance of being pretty decent on the ladder. All right, let's see. Was this deck fun? Yeah, absolutely. A good rat deck is a thing to behold. Love playing tribal. And this rat deck did such a good job. You know, it's funny, when I first played it, I wasn't sure what to do with Gnawing Vermin. And then I remembered that with the whoguess deck, Gnawing Vermin is always played when you are self-milling. So he wasn't in here just because he was a cheap rat. He was in here because you wanted to shut the self-mill. And at that time, I wasn't sure why that was. But there's a lot of stuff where rats in your graveyard, what makes it better to play this deck. And so self-milling is definitely a good way to get a jump on that. Yeah, so yeah, this was a fun deck. The early deck stuff was cool to do. We can get out things turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. We got lots of stuff. And they are really good card. We had a good amount of just mono black control. It was weird using Disfigure. It seems like it's a choice more than anything else. I mean, why not just put in the other one, the cut down or whatever it is? So that way it, you can get rid of things that have a mix up to 5. One or the other, right? I'm sure whoguess will be like, I picked this specific. I'll say it in my best whoguess voice here. I selected this specifically. I know that this deck has great value. I mean, I just don't know. But anyways, you know, it was cool. Bone Splinters, that's another weird one. I guess that, look at, I'm playing an M20 version, showing you that, yeah, if with Foundations, you can start to pull cards from your olden days and still use them there. It was interesting. Also, the decks I was playing against with Foundations, I don't think I've seen some of these decks in a long time. They seem so simple because it's like a core set just came out. And just these simple decks, but they were good. They were good. It's going to be an interesting meta in the next few weeks, getting to re-explore all those angel decks again, man. I couldn't believe it. All right, lastly, was this deck interesting? Absolutely. Why was it interesting? Number one, tribal. Tribal automatically wins the interesting. So there you go. Plus, we got to have at least this new card from Foundations. We got to see stuff from Bloomburrow. Do we have stuff in here from Duskmourn? I didn't see any. But the Bloomburrow guys are in here. Yeah, a bunch of them. Yeah, it was super cool. I was down with it big time. A lot of Bloomburrow in here. Okay. Maybe that's why it just seems so interesting to me. I swear I played a rat deck in Bloomburrow, but I don't remember it being like this. Maybe I was picking, there's some other colors we were playing with. Hard to say. All right, so let's add that up. Was this deck competitive? I'm going to say yes, it was. Was this deck fun? Absolutely. Look at that curve right there. Was this deck interesting? Yes, sir, it totally was. That makes this into an A+ deck. And as I'm required by federal law to say, this deck is so choice. I would highly recommend you pick one up should you have the means. That is all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, shine on, you crazy diamonds. Later.